Melky.
Hey, good morning.
So what's Donald Trump now talking about the wall? What's going on now?
Well, this was originally an off-the-record conversation. It actually happened a couple days ago, but since then the White House has said, "Yeah, go ahead, you can report what the president said." And he told reporters that he was looking, at the border wall. That he was not joking when he talked about the idea of it being a solar wall. He talked more about how it does not necessarily be continuous along the entire length of the southern border. That's of course in contrast to what he said early on in the campaign. It's even part of the Republican platform at the convention that it was supposed to be a continuous wall, but he said you only need 700 to 900 miles really of wall there. And then you just heard Jimmy Kimmel mention there about how it should be transparent, it should be see-through, and that's at the request of border agents who say they want to see what's going on the other side of it, particularly in case people are tossing things over, whether they be drugs or even weapons.
Yeah, so this was an off-the-record conversation on his way to Paris, and then the White House released the transcripts and then complained that no one was reporting about the off-the-record conversation, which is somewhat strange. But in this, is he hedging his bets on the wall, and is he changing his campaign promises?
Well, a little bit, because President Trump has long said it doesn't necessarily need to be a continuous wall, although he was very clear about that early on, that he thought it should stretch the length of the southern border. And like I said, in the convention platform, it says we, the Republican Party, think this should be a continuous wall. But now, just like Jeb Bush said, just like Marco Rubio said, he's saying, well, you got the Rio Grande there, you've got some mountains, you've got some cliffs, some hillsides. It does not necessarily need to be continuous. The other thing that has changed here is the idea of it being see-through. Now, this is coming at the request of Homeland Security, because they say, we need something that you can actually see on the other side of. But the president would continuously correct reporters who wanted to call this a proposal for a border fence. Because he said, no, we're going to build a wall. And he would talk about how strong it would be. He used the phrase concrete multiple times. But now, apparently at the behest of CPB, he is saying, yeah, you should be able to see through it. And guess what? It's looking more and more like a partial fence, which is what we have.
Brad, is he still going to make Mexico pay for the wall?
That he did not talk about in this conversation. The most recent words we've heard about that are from Secretary of the Treasury Steven Mnuchin, and he basically told ABC over the weekend that they're not really paying that much attention right now to how it's paid for. That is not on the top of the priority list, getting Mexico to pay for it. Again, that was obviously a key campaign promise of the president. We're yet to see any follow through on that.
Yeah, so it'd be weird to put solar panels on a fence. Right? I mean, because you have to have the solar panels laying flat, not vertical, right?
Well, and keep in mind, McGraw, we the taxpayers are already paying for this wall plan, at least, because $20 million has been allotted just to prototypes and making sure that those get built. Now, the full contracts have not been awarded yet. The prototypes have not been selected, but that amount of money is already in the budget, although Congress has declined to put any more money in the budget for the actual construction.
That's actually a bit of a controversy going on right now, right, in this current budget negotiations.
Well, yeah, that's right. And essentially, Democrats have said we will not touch any budget that involves American citizens paying for this wall, since the president said repeatedly that Mexico would be the one footing the bill. And Republicans in Congress, frankly, have not shown that much willingness. There's not a lot of political willpower to devote the billions of dollars that it would take to get this built. But the prototypes are going on. The designs are being selected. However, they've already missed a couple deadlines in actually choosing who should be building this.
You're saying the Democrats are helping Donald Trump keep his campaign promise of having Mexico pay for the wall and not Americans?
I suppose so. And the Democrats are essentially saying Americans will not pay for the wall and they won't touch it.
That's the same thing as what Donald Trump said. There you go. All right. Brad Melky, ABC News correspondent. Have a good weekend. Thank you for checking in.
Thank you.